Welcome to the International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science 2022. We will begin the opening ceremony of the symposium. Professor Nobuhiro Takahashi, President of the Symposium and Dean of Graduate School of Dentistry, Tohoku University, will give an opening address.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
すみません。高橋先生、よろしくお願いいたします。
Okay. Okay, now it's open time. Dear distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends, good morning and Happy New Year. I'm Nobuhiro Takahashi, a Dean of Tohoku University Graduate School of Dentistry. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the distinguished guests to take the time to attend this symposium, especially Peking University, Sichuan University, Seoul National University, Yonsei University, Chulalongkorn University, and Universities in Indonesia for Campus Asia Plus program. I would also like to thank all the speakers for sharing new, excellent, and very interesting topics with us. Most of them come from overseas sister universities and organizations. Chiang Mai University, Chonam National University, the Forsyth Institute, Fujian Medical University, Jianbai University, Konkan University, National Dental Research Institute of Singapore, National Taiwan University, National Yanmin Chao Tang University, Prince of Songkla University, Shanghai Jiantong University, Tianjin Medical University, Universités Erlangen, Université de Paris, University of Gothenburg, the University of Hong Kong, the University of Sydney, Wuhan University, and Xi'an Zhongtong University. I also want to say thank you to all the participants in Japan, including Niigata University, Tokyo Medical and Dental University, and Tohoku University Graduate School of Agriculture, Graduate School of Medical Engineering, and also Graduate School of Dentistry. I'm pleased and honored to welcome all of you to the International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science 2022. Well, let me explain briefly what the Interface Oral Health Science is. Interface Oral Health Science is an advanced concept in dentistry proposed by Tohoku University Graduate School of Dentistry in 2002, exactly 20 years ago. This concept began with rethinking of what dentistry is or what the oral cavity is. Dentistry used to be somewhat a miniature of medical science and simply a collection of small disciplines such as basic oral sciences and clinical dental technologies. And as a result, there was no systematized dental science. So in the interface oral health science, the oral cavity was considered as a whole system consisting of three components: host tissue, parasitic microbiome, and biomaterials that are inevitably used in dental treatment. And most of the disease and disorders occur at the interface of these three components. Dental caries, periodontitis, and peri-implantitis are typical examples. If so, we should focus on these interfaces and harmonize them biologically and mechanically in the oral cavity. Now that I think back, this concept may have been a redefinition of the oral cavity. Furthermore, this concept let us recognize that there are interfaces everywhere. As a result, this concept is now being expanded and shared, not only within dentistry, but also in many other fields, such as medicine, material science, engineering, medical engineering, agriculture, pharmacology, and so on. Yes, there are many interfaces among host, parasite, materials, human society, and environment. And these interfaces should be controlled in harmony, or biologically, mechanically, politically, and ecologically. So our school has positioned interface oral health science as a main theme of dental research and education since 2002. And almost every 2 years, we held international symposium based on this concept in order to globalize and realize this concept in the life innovation. So it is our great pleasure to hold this symposium in the year that marks the 20th anniversary of its concept. In the past 20 years, we have had not only good experience, but also sad ones, such as the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011 and this COVID-19 pandemic situation in the last 2 years. However, interface oral health science has survived, even grown stronger and deeper, and finally turned 20 years old this year. As one of the founders of this concept, I'm very happy with the growth of this concept and would like to express my sincere gratitude to your continuous warm support. This concept is still growing and expanding, just like oral science does. It is my sincere hope that this concept will continue to contribute to the dental and scientific society. This year also marks the 115th anniversary of Tohoku University's founding and the 100th anniversary of its establishment as a comprehensive university. It is our great pleasure and hope that Tohoku University will continue to develop and be recognized in this way. We are grateful to our friends around the world for their continued support. We will continue to do our best to contribute to the world through research and education. This symposium will have the keynote sessions inviting the distinguished guest speakers from all over the world. We'll also have the oral presentations and poster sessions for all the colleagues who are interested in oral health science. We sincerely hope that this symposium will lead not only dentistry, but also a wide range of related disciplines for the next generation and provide good opportunities for advanced research and education. On behalf of Tohoku University Graduate School of Dentistry, now I'm pleased to declare the opening of International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science 2022. I sincerely hope all of you to enjoy this symposium. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your speech. Today, we are honored to have Professor Keiichi Sasaki, Executive Vice President of Tohoku University, and he will give us a speech.
Okay. Hello, my dearest friends and colleagues from many dental schools of the world. I'm very pleased to see you, even though on the screen. And I'm very honored to address in this opening ceremony of the 9th International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science 2022. As our Dean, Professor Takahashi already mentioned, Tohoku University proposed the concept of interface oral health science in 2002, just 20 years ago. Then we held the first international symposium at February 2nd to 3rd, 2005. The symposium has been held biannually, and the number of delegates and dental schools participating in the symposium have been expanded. We have been making numerous unforgettable good memories with you. Special one must be the 4th symposium, which was held at March 7th to 8th, 2011 at Sendai. Do you remember? the Great East Japan earthquake happened on March 11th, 2011. Just after the airplane of the Dean Chanbigo of Peking University left, the earthquake and big tsunami hit. Fortunately, all the participants already left from Japan at that time. And I appreciate we had a lot of support from you for our reconstruction and recovery. Thank you again. Through many activities, our collaboration, including this international symposium, we could make up close and tight relations among the dental schools. Topics of our collaboration have also been maturing time by time, not only for the research regarding the interface oral health science, but also for dental education, like at the first session of this symposium. As a result of this activity, in Tohoku University, our dental school is becoming to be regarded as the most productive faculty for international collaboration. Currently, I'm an executive vice president for co-creation of new business, but as a vice president for research, for education, and for international activity, and also our president often asked me about the international collaboration and the situation of your universities and countries. Like, you might know, blah, 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 or your dental school might have done, blah, blah, blah. And we could have many chances to apply the funding programs for international activities as a result. And Professor Fongan, you know well, is now a key person for the international strategy of Tohoku University. I should express my sincere appreciation for your contribution to us. Thank you. Lastly, I'm very proud of our collaboration circle. I think this structure is promising to become one of the cores of future dental research and education in the world. I would like to ask all of you to develop this collaboration further and make up a next innovative concept of future dentistry, replacing interface oral health science. I hope the success of the symposium. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your speech. Next, we would like to invite Professor Chuan Bingo, Dean of School of Stomatology, Peking University. Please give us a speech.
Yeah, thank you very much. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great pleasure to meet you on the net and for me to speak at the opening ceremony of International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science 2022. And here, please allow me on behalf of Peking University School of Stomatology to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Working with you has been a real honor, and we value each opportunity to cooperate with you and to promote the oral science. Globalization needs us to have an open mind to reach out our hands to work together. Peking University School of Stomatology has established academic links with more than 47 dental schools and institutions worldwide. Asia Campus Plus program, I think it's a very good and very special program, and we quite cherish our friendship and cooperation. Today, experts from our Asia Campus Plus program universities are invited to share their latest research achievements. Besides the experts, participants include young faculties and students. And I think this is an excellent symposium on oral health science. In addition to the academic communication, I believe the meeting is also an opportunity to deepen the cooperation and the scientific research, teaching, student exchange, and other aspects among schools in our Asia Campus Plus program. And then finally, I'd like to take this occasion to thank you, all of you, for being a member of Asia Campus Plus program. I wish the symposium a great success and everybody a happy, productive new year of 2022. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your speech. Now we will also have Dean and Professor Ho Bong Kwon, School of Dentistry, Seoul National University. Please, Professor Kwon.
Yeah, I'm Ho Bong Kwon from Seoul National University. Very nice and good to see you again, Professor Sean from Sichuan University, and Professor Guo in Peking University, and Professor Chan from Chulalongkorn. Yeah. On behalf of the Seoul National University School of Dentistry, I'd like to thank Dean Nobuhiro Takashi and Professor Kwon Hong, sorry, for hosting the International Symposium for the Interface of Oral Health Science in 2022 at Tohoku University, Graduate School of Dentistry. I wish this meeting for the enhanced academic exchange and partnership between schools, and COVID-19 could not stop us. Seoul National University School of Dentistry was founded at Gyeongsong Dental School in April 2022 and has been vigorously paving the way in dentistry for 100 years. Now, with the coming of the 100th anniversary this year in 2022, we are about to begin a new phase. At the same time, we will not forget to look back on the past achievement and history to look ahead of the future. In this historic moment, it is a great honor for us to share our experience and knowledge with distinguished experts, particularly on global exchange programs. Tohoku University Graduate School of Dentistry and our school have kept close ties with each other since 2012 when we signed an MOU. Since then, there have been several types of international exchange operated such as externship, internship, and the joint degree program. I'm expecting more diverse programs to open and bring us to broader perspectives for the future. To take the initiative in this fast-changing world, we should gather each other's insight and build a wider global community. As integrated and creative thinking is getting more critical to be global, Campus Asia Plus will provide us the fundamental opportunity to acquire these abilities. I hope today's meeting will be an important venue for discussing the Campus Asia program. Then shortly we will be able to leverage the quality of dentistry education for all participating countries. I believe this is only through all of our cooperative work to examine deeper and set further goals for growth for all participants. There's no doubt in my mind that we all will make it a productive discussion today. Once again, I would like to express my deep appreciation for the Dean Nobuhiro Takashi and Kwon Hong, who made the event possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your speech. Finally, Dean and Professor Ponchai Jenxian-Nun, Faculty of Dentistry, Chulalongkorn University, will give a speech.
Dear Professor Takahashi, Dean Tohoku University School of Dentistry, guests and esteemed colleagues, good morning. I'm Ponchai Jenxian-Nun, Chulalongkorn University Dean. I am both humble and honored to be invited to the International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science. I hope that This will give all of us the opportunity to exchange our ideas and enrich our experience in the field of dentistry. The International Symposium have always been a bedrock for new discipline and innovation, and I wholeheartedly believe that this year will continue with this tradition, where great minds come together in the spirit of friendship and cooperation for the benefit of all. I have no doubt that this symposium will foster new and great collaborative between Chulalongkorn University, Tohoku University, and all participant institutes as a partnership both enduring and successful. Again, I thank you for this invitation to the International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science, and I eagerly await to see what this year has to offer. Nice to see you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We close the opening ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So I think it's time to move to our next session. It's a little bit earlier than scheduled, but during the time limitation, I hope we can start the session one more earlier.
Okay, Professor Hong. So now we will start the keynote session 1. The theme of this session is Campus Asia Plus. The chairperson is Professor Guan Hong, Tohoku University.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Nice to see you, all of you, through this internet. I am Hong, professor and chair in Division of Globalization Initiative, Tohoku University Graduate School of Dentistry. I will act as the chairperson for this keynote session 1. This session, we have 7 speakers from 5 countries and 7 universities. This session will focus on the dental education and also Campus Asia Plus program, just successfully accepted by Japanese government last year, November. So here I would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere appreciation to our partner university, Peking University, Sichuan University, Seoul National University, Yonsei University, and Chulalongkorn University, and the Universitas Indonesia for their big support in these applications. The first speaker is me, and the title is the Multimodal Education at Tohoku University Graduate School of Dentistry. So in this presentation, I will I will introduce briefly about the Campus Asia program and some education program in Tohoku University. So let's start my presentation. Good morning, everyone. I'm Hong, professor and chair in Division of Globalization Initiative, Tohoku University Graduate School of Dentistry. It's my great honor to be here to introduce our new education program named Campus Asia Plus in dentistry. What is the Campus Asia? Campus Asia is a shorthand for the collective action for mobility program of university students in Asia. This is a cross-border student mobility program among the Korea, China, and Japan, initiated by the agreement of the summit meeting of those 3 countries in 2010. The program aims to strengthen network among the academic institutions of higher education in Asia and promote student exchange through the joint and double degree and exchange programs. From 2021, this program expanded to the Asian universities. The name changed to the Campus Asia Plus. The objective of this project is to establish an education cooperation system for international competencies and to foster future leaders in Asia through the exchange among the universities with the quality assurance. Fortunately, our new education program, Multimodal Global Leader Development through the Asia Model Dentistry Consortium, was successfully accepted by this project. This program aims to early development of the global leaders from undergraduate level and realize the development of the multimodal global human resource. In this program, top comprehensive research university in Japan, China, Korea, Thailand, and Indonesia will collaborate in the region-wide multiple student exchange, joint instruction and supervision. We will emphasize diverse and inclusive Asian value based on mutual understanding and regional perspectives. Throughout the duration of this program, we will promote a double degree program, PhD program, among the partner university and the short-term exchange program and the internship in dental industry and healthcare administration for undergraduate and postgraduate students, so that our students acquire top-level knowledge and skills in dentistry, as well as competence as the multimodal global leaders who deeply understand and are committed to dentistry and the life innovation appropriate for the Asian region. What is the multimodal? Multimodal human resource means a professional in oral health science who can adapt and respond suitably to various situations that demand cultural sensitivity. The multimodal research and education required globalization, interdisciplinary alliances, and community cooperations. Actually, in 2012, we have launched a multimodal dentistry innovation program supported by Japanese government. This program focusing on joint education system through the collaboration with the core university in Asia. We established a double degree program with the Peking University, Sichuan University, Seoul National University, and the Yonsei University during the period of this program. So Campus Asia Plus program is an advancement of this program. The double degree program we already established aim to promote international education and interdisciplinary research and education with the leading university in Asia. Finally, to establish the Asian standard in dentistry for promoting innovation of the dentistry. The Asian standard, as you know, dental science and the clinical dentistry corresponding to the Asian people are different from the Western people in terms of the oral and dental structures, pathology, and the culture, such as view on health and death and bioethics. Tohoku University was established in the 1907 as the third imperial university after University of Tokyo and the Kyoto University. Of those three universities, only Tohoku University has a dental school. Based on the principle of open door research first and the practice-oriented research and education, Tohoku University is very keen to international collaborations. Now, Tohoku University has a university-level agreement with the 250 institutions in 37 countries and has a faculty-level agreement with more than 480 institutions in 64 countries. Fortunately, Tohoku University has been ranked #1 in Times Higher Education's Japanese university rankings for 3 years from 2019. School of Dentistry is a young faculty established in the 1965, just only 57 years history. However, as the part of Tohoku University, our mission is to lead dental education and the research, not only in Japan, but also in the world. In our dental school, of course, we have a 6-year undergraduate education course and also have a 2 kinds of the postgraduate education course. One is the PhD course. This course is a 4 years education course. After finishing this course, the student can earn the PhD degree in dental science. And another one is the master's course. This course is a 2 years education program. After finished, they can earn master degree in dental science. However, this course is not for the student from dental school, but for the student from different disciplines, such as the engineering, science, or dental technician, and dental hygienist. This course is only one master course in dentistry in Japan. However, how is the situation of the dental school in a comprehensive university? Tohoku University as a whole, a scale of dental school is relatively small compared to other schools like School of Engineering or School of Science. So when we think about the position of dentistry and the dental medicine in science, we know that dentistry is the applied science. We should contribute to the health and the cure of humans through our research and educations. However, we cannot do research work alone because we need knowledge from the different disciplines and also need a collaboration with the different fields, such as the medicine, bioscience, technology, and material science, and so on. So it means the interdisciplinary collaboration is necessary in dentistry. In other hand, dental school have originality because we not only have research facilities, but also have a hospital, clinical practice. It means that we have advantage of being able to do both basic research and the clinical trial. This is the advantage of dental school in a comprehensive universities. Therefore, dentistry is a discipline that has originality due to its uniqueness, but at the same time have universality as a discipline of science. So we should gain the essential qualification based on the interdisciplinary alliance to lead survival of dentistry as a discipline of science and also survival of dental school in comprehensive universities. Based on this idea, we propose a new concept in dentistry, interface oral health science since 2002. IOHS considered the oral cavity to be an ecosystem consisting of three systems: tissues, parasite, and the biomaterials. Many oral diseases, such as dental caries or periodontal disease, occurs at the interface in which this system come into contact with each other. In addition, the oral cavity itself is an interface with the outside world, and the people consume food to live as a living organism and communicate with each other in life in society. Therefore, healthy oral function is achieved by the biological and the biomechanical harmonization of the interfaces between the host tissue, parasite, and the biomaterials. And this function also is the foundation for each individual's biological and sociological health. This is our originality and also it's a universality. Therefore, from 2002, interface oral health science became to our basic concept of the education and research. For advancing dental education and research, following three priority effort. First, the interdisciplinary alliances for conducting unique and practical education and research. Second, industry academia collaboration for innovation of dentistry and the cultivation of human resource. And third, international academic collaboration as equal partnerships for globalization of dentistry meet the current demand of the world leading universities. So now we're facing a tough environment surrounding the dentistry, not only in our university, not only in Japan, but also in the world. So we should try our best to endeavor to change the paradigm in dentistry with the global and the interdisciplinary scope in order to make the dentistry a better place. I believe that Campus Asia Plus program is a powerful initiative to realize these goals and believe the collaboration among the Korea, China, Thailand, Indonesia, and Japan will surely be able to achieve them. Sendai is a very beautiful city with 4 seasons. You can also enjoy the beautiful illumination at the Christmas seasons. Unfortunately, COVID-19 has blocked our face-to-face conversation. But in end of my presentation today, I believe that the COVID-19 pandemic will end in the near future, and we can once again enjoy face-to-face conversations. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you. Okay, so it's time to Q&A. So if some person have questions, I very happy can accept some questions. Any question? or suggestion? Okay, seems it's okay. All right, so let me move to the next presentation. It's from Peking University, Professor Chuanbing Guo. Professor Guo, now he is the professor in oral maxillofacial surgery and also is Dean of School of Hospital Stomatology, Peking University. And he also now is the president of the Chinese Stomatological Association. So today his topics is the current status of the education and the research at Peking University School of Stomatology. So Professor Guo, time is yours.
Good morning, dear colleagues. And I'm very happy to have the opportunity to give you a very brief introduction about the current status of education and research at Peking University School of Stomatology. My presentation includes the following three aspects: overview of Peking University of School and Stomatology, current state of education, and the state of scientific research. And this is the front view of our hospital. And our hospital is located in downtown Beijing, northwestern of Tiananmen Square. Our school was founded in 1941, and it is one of the national key stomatological institutions. We integrate school, hospital, and the research institute under one administration. And we carried education, clinical research, and prevention programs. And the faculty and staff of our school, totally we have 2,776 employees. Among them, 32% doctors, 37% nurses. For clinical service, we have the altogether 673 dental units, we call it the dental chair, and 171 beds for oral and maxillofacial surgery department. And this is the only inpatient department at our school and hospital. And for clinical service, we altogether have 16 clinical departments, 8 auxiliary departments, 5 affiliated clinical divisions. We treated a little bit more than 5,000 outpatients a day and served more than 1.7 million outpatients and 8,000 inpatients a year. And maybe the largest dental hospital in the world. Education, and briefly, I'd like to introduce to you the stomatology programs at our school. The programs for Chinese students, we have 5 years program. Each year we enroll about 40 students, and the 8 years program. And we started this program in 2001, and each year we enroll about 45 students. And we also have graduate program. And this programs include master degree. For this degree, we enrolled around 60 students a year, and doctor's degree, 50 students a year. We also have the stomatology programs for overseas students. This program is a 6 years program for bachelor degrees. The first year is for them to study Chinese language. And we also have graduate program for overseas students. Orthodontic technician training programs. In 1985, we started a 3 years program. We ended it in 2008. This 3 years program is just for junior and college degree. And then we changed it. We started from the 2013 and ended in the 2016 4 years program. This program is for bachelor degree. And from 2017, we changed this training program to graduate program. Here, I'd like to give you a very brief introduction about the AID program. Well, AID program is a new program. We have it for 20 years. We started it at 2001. And this program, altogether 8 years, is for a doctor degree of stomatology. The first year, students stay at Peking University main campus to start the pre-medical courses. Altogether 17 courses. I remember about 10 years ago, I introduced this 8-year program at Shanghai Tohoku University. I remember at that time, Dean Sasaki invited me to give a presentation about this program. And the second year to third year, students stay at Peking University Health Science Center and also in general hospital to study basic medicine science and the clinical medicine. From the 4th year to 8th year, students stay at our school and hospital to study stomatology and also have the clinical training. And the clinical training altogether nearly 200 weeks at the time. So clinical training for this kind of student is very important. I'd like to introduce some international training center at our school. And we have called the IOHS International Training Center. This training center is for oral oncology. And the IOHS is an abbreviation of International Association of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. So this center is authorized by this association. Each year we accept 1 to 2 young doctors to training at our to receive training at our school. Among around 60 applicants worldwide. And the AOCMF Fellowship Center, ITI Scholarship Center, and WHO Collaborating Center for Research and Training in Preventive Dentistry. Next, I'd like to give you a brief introduction about the research platform. We have the 14 national level research centers. And this is really, I think it's very special in China. And it's also very important, platform for research, for studying, very important. Give you some example, like we have the National Stomatological Centers, National Engineering Research Center of Oral Biomaterials and Digital Medical Devices, National Center for Clinical Research of Oral Diseases. These research centers are all at national levels. And the main basic laboratory study directions include oral oncology, craniofacial development, birth defect and trauma, oral microbiome and infection, digital stomatology, stem cells and regeneration, dental materials, oral health and systemic health, salivary secretion and salivary gland diseases, temporomandibular joint disorder, and craniofacial pain. These are the main basic research directions. For clinical research, we mainly focus on the following field: periodontal disease and control of caries prevention, accurate function reconstruction of oral maxillofacial defect, serial treatment of maxillofacial malformation, mainly for cleft lip and cleft palate, standard standardized diagnosis and treatment of oral and head neck tumors, minimally invasive treatment of cellular gland disease, stomatological accurate medicine. These are the main clinical research directions. And just as I mentioned, research platform is very important. So we also use some platform. These platforms are very closely related to industrial and clinical transformation study. So next, I'd like to give you a very brief introduction of the industrial and clinical transformation work at our school. We have three very important national research platform for the transformation study. One is the National Testing Center for Dental Materials and Instrument, and the National Clinical Research Center for Oral Diseases, and the other is the National Engineering Research Center for Oral Biomaterials and the Digital Medical Devices. And next, I'd like to give you some example of the industrial transformation work at our school. We developed CAD software from the 2006 and to 2016, 3D scanner 2011 to 2014, 3D printer 2014 to 2016. These these software and devices are all commercially available now in China. And with this work, we develop our own functional suitable denture and digital completed denture. And another example is that we developed cranial facial surgery designed software, and this software is also commercially available. It can be used for orthodontic surgery, oral and maxillofacial trauma, and the construction of oral and maxillofacial defects. And this is in currently it's in the process of the clinical and the industrial transformation. It's an automatic tooth preparing robot by using femtosecond laser. This is in the process of clinical and industrial transformation. And this is the electroactive guided bone regeneration membrane. It's also in the process of the clinical transformation. It can be used to guide bone regeneration and enhance bone regeneration. And this is also in the process of clinical transformation, red facial nerve 3D bio printer. I think in the future, it may be used in clinical situations. And very happy again to have the opportunity to give you a very brief introduction about the education and the research work at our school. And thank you very much for your attention, and welcome you to Peking University School of Stomatology. I hope the pandemic go away as soon as possible, and we can meet face to face rather than on the net. And thank you again.
Thank you very much, Professor Guo, for your nice talk. And now it's open to discussion. So anyone have questions or suggestions from audience? Or maybe the attenders from webinar, you can put your questions in chat box. Okay, so may I have one question for Professor Guo?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's for the education program. I know that in China, the foreigner want to get the degree in China, they should learn Chinese, right?
Yeah, for overseas students.
So for the PhD student also need the Chinese. Do they have some limitation and also have a requirement for the Chinese level?
I think for clinical type, professional type, because they have to do, if they receive the program for clinically oriented, I think they need to contact patients. And all patients speak Chinese, so they need to have a good master of Chinese. But for PhD program at the laboratory, English is okay.
Okay, so because I know that we already have the double degree program between the Tohoku and the Peking University.
Yeah.
So right. I think that maybe we can send our Japanese student to your school, but I worried about maybe they should speak Chinese very well.
You know, actually in clinical, especially in the department of oral and maxillofacial surgery, these years that we have them around 3 to 5 doctors from Japan who have the clinical training at our department. They didn't speak Chinese, but you know, our colleagues, most of them can speak.
Can support.
Not very good, but I think it's okay, the English to communicate. So if they here just as a surgeon assistant, just to perform operation at the second, just as assistant, it's okay. They don't need to speak Chinese because they just participate in the case discussion. They can use English. They don't need to contact the patient directly, so they don't need to. Yeah. Okay. But if they can speak Chinese, I think it's better for their study. They can make themselves focus.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So I have one question got from the Thailand, Professor Noom. He asked for the fellowship program, are you accept international dentistry to enroll in the program? And if so, are those required to have a license in China in order to attend this program?
Currently, we have student from Indonesia, but she can speak Chinese. So it's clinically oriented. But for PhD, pure laboratory study in Peking University, it's okay. But our school, no, because we have not provided English courses in English for these students. So for I think for the clinical training and like let's say 1 year or half a year, because we have some centers for, like I said, the center for oral oncology, they can stay here. They don't need to speak Chinese. So if they want to have join our like graduate programs, they do need qualified Chinese.
It means the student to attend this fellowship program, they don't need a Chinese license, right?
Oh, they don't need that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Professor Guo.
Thank you.
I think it's time to move to the next presentation. So thank you again, Professor Guo, for your nice presentation during your very busy schedule. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay, next move to the next presentation. Next presentation is from Seoul National University, Professor Ji-Hong Chong. He is associate professor in Department of Physiology, and also he is the associate dean of planning and coordination in School of Dentistry, Seoul National University. So his title is A Brief 100 Years History of the Seoul National University School of Dentistry and the Future Perspectives. Okay, let's start the presentation.
Hi, I'm Ji-Hun Chang, Associate Dean of Seoul National University School of Dentistry. It is a great honor to be here and have an opportunity to introduce our school in Interface Oral Health Science 2022. First, I would like to express my deepest appreciation for everyone who made this event possible, including Dean Nobuhiro Takahashi. Today, I want to talk about brief history of our school and future perspectives. We are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year. SNUSD started in April 1922. The name was Gyeongsang Dental College and it was a 2-year program. The school grew quickly and moved to the center city in 1927. The name became Seoul National University School of Dentistry in 1946 because we joined when Korean government made SNU. The students and faculties put their effort to modernize Korea's dental practice during the hard time after the Korean War. In 1970, we built a new building and moved back to where we started. The building is shown on the first picture. We are still at the same building since then. Throughout the 70s and 80s, a large number of dentists were needed in Korea. So many dental schools were built nationwide. Our graduates participated as professors in the new dental schools. This is the time when the goal of our school is to contribute to Korean society by providing modernized dentistry and dentists. We are very proud that our school played the role very well. Starting from 21st century, we've made a new goal that we will become a research-oriented school that contributes to human society at global level. We increased our faculty numbers by 50%. More than 30 new members joined the school. We made 3 new buildings for the last 2 decades, of which 2 are dedicated to research and 1 for education. The first picture is our main building, built in 1970. The second one is a biomaterial research building and education building. The third one is a convergent research building built in 2015. The last one is dental hospital. This is our main building. We are located at SNU Medical Campus, right by the old palace of Joseon Dynasty. The palace view from our school is fantastic. Please come visit us for research and tour. This is our newest building built in 2015. It is located at the main campus of SNU, southern part of Seoul. It is equipped with the state-of-art research instrument and animal lab. Dental Research Institute affiliated to SNUSD provide expensive equipment to researchers. We have 3 electron microscope and 5 confocal microscope and flow cytometry devices and micro-CT. We have 2 animal research labs, 1 for each campus. Both of them are level 2 SPF facilities for small, medium, and large animals. Over the last 2 decades, our research grew both in quantity and quality. More than 300 academic papers are published in international scientific journals each year, and our annual research budget last year was $13 million US. We put strong emphasis on the basic research and translational research. Some of the recent academic outputs are shown on the screen as an example. The first one, published last year at Journal of Extracellular Vesicles, explains how periodontal pathogen induced bone loss. The second one, published at Advanced Materials, tells how to use antioxidant for radio protection. The third one, published at European Heart Journal, says when you brush your teeth properly, your risk of heart disease gets lower. The last one, published at Cell, found that natural killer cells may attack sensory nerve fibers. There are many more papers published in high-impact journals, but we cannot introduce everyone here. When you have interesting research questions or if you want to be involved in important research project, please contact one of our professors. They will be more than happy to collaborate with you. The graph shown on the left is our QS Global rankings by subject for the last 6 years. We have close relationship with 33 institutions in 14 countries. We are happy to expand our list and become friends with the new school. These are examples of our international activities. Because we cannot visit each other under the COVID-19 pandemic, we are continuing our international events through internet. We truly hope that this pandemic crisis is gone and visit your school in person. If you want to study at SNUST, we have scholarships ready for you. First one is a graduate scholarship for Excellent Foreign Student or GSFS. The second one is SNU Presidential Fellowship, SPF. SPF is for current faculty of universities in developing countries, and the support is larger than GSFS. The student exchange program is also stopped because of the COVID-19. Before COVID-19, 186 of our students visited 59 institutions in 9 countries. We also welcome foreign students for short exchange program in normal situations. However, it is not recommended for now because of COVID-19 and all the quarantine regulations. Let's hope that this is over very soon. This is a sneak preview of the palace view from our school. Thank you for your time and attention. Please stay healthy, and we are looking forward to visiting participating schools in Campus Asia program.
Okay, thank you very much for your nice talk, Professor Chong. So now it's open to discussion. Have any question or suggestion from the audience? Also, you can put your questions in chat box or in Q&A sessions. No question?
Professor Chu, from Chulalongkorn University. May I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
For the foreign student, do they have to study the Korean language, or do you have like a requirement to do that?
Yes, we require that's a requirement, and if the student passed certain test, Korean language test, he or she is okay. But if she or he does not pass the Korean language test, he or she must take the class for like 6 months, and that's all that we require. That's the basic level of a Korean.
Is that the requirement for all Korean university for the foreigner?
I'm not sure. It's our school policy, but I think similar policy is in each school.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I got one questions from audience. The question is, are there any exchange opportunities for international PhD students?
Yeah, PhD student is a little different because it depends strictly on the topic, research topic.
Mm-hmm.
So student must contact the professor in private communication,
mm-hmm.
And then we are welcoming for foreign student always, but it is difficult for school to arrange that visiting because of the topic is very specific.
So it means they should contact with some professors you're interested in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So any questions? So you say that the international students should learn the Korean language. So it's mandatory for all of the international students? Like a requirement for graduation?
It's required for graduation.
Mm-hmm.
But if the student passed the test, it's a very basic level.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's okay. But if she or she does not pass the test, he has to take the class I think it's a 6 months.
6 months class. Okay.
Yes. So it's a very basic. So if he wants to order food,
he must speak Korean. In the lab,
Okay, yeah,
it's okay. He couldn't speak English or even Japanese or Chinese, okay. But when he order food outside the school, he should
for the living.
yeah.
Same situation in Japan. So international student in our lab, they just speak English is enough. But for the living, if you want to buy something in outside, they should speak Japanese. Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, seems okay. Right. Okay, thank you again, Professor Jong, for your nice talk. I want to move the next speak. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Okay, let me move to the next presentation. It's from West China School of Stomatology, Sichuan University, Professor Jefferson. Professor Shen currently is a professor in prosthodontics and also Associate Dean of the West China School of Hospital of Stomatology, Sichuan University. So today he will talk about the innovation-driven dental education, our challenge and chance. So Professor Shen, time is yours.
Oh, just a moment, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Could you pass? I'm sorry for there's a connection problem. So could you see my screen right now, please?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for the delay, and it's my privilege to speak here today. And thank you very much for the invitation, Professor Nakahashi, Professor Sasaki, and Professor Hong. It's my privilege to present in this symposium. I'm Shen from the West China School of Stomatology, Sichuan University. And this is China. And we are in the city of Chengdu, the heart of the west part of China. And we are established in 1907. After 100 years of development, we are the affiliated school and hospital of Sichuan University. Now, our school is actually composed of 3 parts: a dental school, a dental hospital, and a research lab. Totally, we have over 1,100 employees, including 90 professors and 110 associate professors. Along with 2,200 students, we have undergraduate program, graduate program, and overseas program, similar with the Peking University. Our school is divided into 5 academic departments, covering all the branches of dentistry and maxillofacial surgery. Our National Teaching Center offers one of the best dental education to our students. We have also a National Digital Teaching Center, so our students can have digital and visual experience during all the stages of their training. Our hospital is a national clinical center, and with over 30 clinical departments. We have a very large patient number. Annually, we will treat over 1.5 million patients and perform 5,000 surgeries to our inpatients. Research activity is very active in our school and laboratory. Our research focuses on all the aspects of oral and dentistry sciences, but also, and more importantly, to the interdisciplinary fields, such as the oncology, materials, bioengineering, and so on. We publish 2 international journals. One is International Journal of Oral Science, another one is Bone Research. Both impact factors are the leading ones in their category. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our international friends for your long-time support and fine contribution to our cooperation. We welcome more colleagues, especially the guests here in this symposium and our friends from Campa Asia Plus, so we can join our hands and build a better collaboration. Okay, I will spend some time today to discuss my talk today on dental education. As a national center, we always ask ourselves, what is vital to our patient population? And what kind of education should we offer to our students? Fortunately, for the past decades, the Chinese government and the Chinese Association of Stomatology conduct national survey on oral and dental epidemiology. 40 years ago, the survey took place, and the latest one started in 2015. It took almost 2 years to finish this survey last time. It covers almost all the provinces and regions in China. The sample size was quite large, covering all the age groups in our country. And for all the groups, we survey on their dental conditions, periodontal status, oral mucosal health, means of hygiene, dental restorations, and many so on. And we have individual questions for different age groups. For example, in adults, we ask for their usage of oral health services. For the children, we ask for their living habits, knowledge, and behavior of oral health. As you may know that there's an economic difference or gap between the city and countryside in China, as well as from the west and to the east part of China. So the economic status is also brought into consideration. 3 major dental diseases were surveyed in this were asked in this survey for the last time, including caries, periodontal diseases, and edentulation. I will give you a few key findings from last time. As for the caries, as you may know that the medical and the dental situation has been improved dramatically in the past 30 to 40 years. For example, the caries filling ratio, the PID facial sealing ratio has been increased dramatically for the past years. But to our surprise, for example, the DMFT in the 5-year-old increased from 3% to nearly 4% in last decade. Similar situations was also found in the 12-year-old group. As for the periodontal diseases, we found that for the different age groups, the periodontal problems, diseases, as well as the breathing detection, the pocket detection rate has also been dropped. As a prosthodontics, edentulation is a focus that we care much. So you can see from the chart that in the elderly group, age from 65 to 74 people, their edentulation rate has been dropped around 8 to 6% to 4%. And the dental repair rate increased. More people have their lost teeth restored from the 40% roughly over 60%. In the more developed eastern regions, nearly 80%. So this is some basic, a few selected numbers and results we have from the survey. And we found the situation above is largely driven by the public's perception about the oral and the dental health. For example, in the adult groups aged from 35 to the 64 group, less people understand the effects of fluoride on the protection of teeth and the means of the teeth and feature of sealing on the protection of our children. But they understand more about the connection between the germs and the gingivitis and the caries and the connection between the tooth health with the whole body health. So we thought it was a challenge to our education, not only to our students and professionals, but also to our public, even to our policymakers. So we want to turn our challenge into our chances to tackle this problem. Let's take students, for example. From the past 25 years, more students from our dental school graduated in China would like to go to private practice rather than the public institution. So in our school, we establish a whole floor of clinics open to our students, managed by them, so they can learn in the school time to how to manage a private practice to get a real-time life after their graduation. For the professionals as a national center, we extend our hands to our colleagues in the remote areas. For example, in our province, there's a small town named Kangting. It was at the altitude of 4,000 meters, about almost 100 kilometers away from Chengdu. Will help them to establish their clinical center. More than that, we established a long-distance virtual meeting center in a hospital To connect with those partners, we offer free online courses, online treatment, even online diagnosis and help to them to help them to build a more clinical service to their people. And for the public, we establish a public education base. We offer free public courses to the young children, to the schools, to the neighbor institutions. We even created a phone app to deliver these courses freely to the public. Most importantly, we ask our policymakers to put the dental and oral health into the Health Initiative 2030 in China, like our partners in the United States and Japan did. But we think that at the same time, we think that the dental health is a global issue. Therefore, we ask for more international collaboration to tackle the same challenge that the human race are facing today. And thank you for your kind attention today. My city, Chengdu, is famous for his breathtaking natural view, great food, and we are the home of panda bears. As you know that this time the IIDR general session was planned to held in Chengdu, but the COVID-19 prevented from happening. But we had the word from the IIDR headquarters that the general sessions in person will move to Chengdu eventually, and wish the COVID pandemic will be over soon. And I can welcome you to our school in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Shen. I will miss Sichuan food. Okay, so then now I'd like to open the discussion. Any question or suggestion from audience? Or from the webinar attenders, you can put your questions in chat box. Any question? May I have one question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I heard that in your school you have a very big national level clinical research center, like. So yes. I want to know how to teach the student to do some like a translational research.
Thank you for your question, Professor Hong. Actually, we have a state key laboratory of oral diseases, and we also have a national clinical center and a national clinical research center for stomatology, like the Peking University, their hospital. So actually, we encourage our researchers to transform their research outputs into actually products, like what we did in the Peking University and many other universities in China. So we have special funding for them to put the research results into actual products. And we have a huge connection with the industrial and activities. And so we can promote this kind of translation from the laboratory to the real world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So you said that during this pandemic, your school hold some like online course for professional education.
Yes.
So I think it's very difficult to like the skill training using the online system. So how to solve this problem?
Actually, the COVID-19 pandemic is relatively better controlled in China. So we have a limited restriction on the travel right now. So our neighbor cities can travel to Chengdu without any problem. And we have a few cases in some cities right now in China, roughly maybe a few hundreds throughout the whole China. So for most of the cities, there's no travel restriction. So they can regularly visit a hospital to get trained. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? Mm-hmm. Seems okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you again, Professor Sen. Hope to see you soon in Chengdu in IDR meeting.
Yes, thank you. See you soon.
Thank you. See you soon. Okay, let me move the next presentation from Yonsei University. The speaker is the Professor Jong-Sok Lee. I'm not sure he already, okay, Jung-Suk Lee, he already in, yeah, room. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Professor Lee. So Professor Lee now is the associate professor in Department of the Paleodontology, and also he is in charge of the international affairs, Yonsei University College of Dentistry. Today his topics is regarding the introduction of the Campus Asia program in Yonsei University. So let's start his presentation.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Professor Jung-Sung Lee, who is in charge of the Director of International Affairs in Yonsei University College of Dentistry. First of all, congratulations on your successful start of the International Symposium for Interface Oral Health Science 2022. And also, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Professor Kwang Hong for my being here to present a short speech regarding the Campus Asia project in Yonsei. Today, I want to share some introduction and history of our school. And in the end of my speech, I will introduce our programs in Campus Asia. Our school places in the middle of Seoul, South Korea. As you see these photos, we have two other buildings, the college and the dental hospital. In two other buildings, the clinics and the research educational places are clearly separated. However, with this bridge, now we are making and preparing the convergence between two fields, clinical and research fields. We have a mission. With the spirit of God, creativity leading compassionate dentistry to serve humanity. Under this mission, we further steps of research and education with four visions: professionalism, creativity, excellence, and service. Let's have a movie clip of introduction of our school.
Korea's best private school, maintaining the founding principles, sacrifice, serving, and love based on Christian spirit. Yonsei University College of Dentistry is the starting point of 100 years of Korean dentistry and the leader of dental education that has navigated changes and leaps. On November 1st, 1915, American dentist William J. Shifley opened the nation's first dentistry class at Severance Union Medical College. This opened the door to a new era of Western dental education in Korea, a barren land for oral health at the time. Dr. J.L. Booth, who succeeded Dr. William J. Shifley in 1921 as the second director, executed a plan to build an independent dental care center for accommodating increasing numbers of dental patients and reinforcing missionary work. In 1931, he established Korea's then largest dental center, equipped with the latest facilities and devices. Yonsei Dentistry, the leader of dental education, also began dental hygienist education in 1965. Such a pioneering role in the field of education was followed by the establishment of the Dental College in 1967. That time onward, Yonsei University College of Dentistry has provided the most advanced dental education in all areas of dentistry. A world-renowned education institution exercising Christian spirit and producing dental specialists with creative intelligence and clinical skills of love. All freshmen in pre-med receive holistic education, globalization education, and creativity education through the residential college education program at the international campus of Yonsei University, located in Songdo, Incheon. While staying together with professors at a dormitory, they develop leadership based on the truth and freedom, the university's founding philosophy. To become global leaders, starting from their sophomore year, students study at the Sinchon campus in Seoul. Provided with a proactive learning environment, students foster problem-solving abilities with multi-angled perspectives to become future leaders of society. Yonsei University has offered quality clinical education. Having the rich clinical experience at Yonsei, students can continue to provide reliable dental treatment after graduation. To maintain its world-class dental education, Yonsei University College of Dentistry is currently undergoing an accreditation process of the American Dental Association. Furthermore, Yonsei University College of Dentistry has signed MOUs with top-notch universities around the world for globalization and has developed continuing education programs for domestic and international dental care providers for the diversification of the education system. Yonsei University College of Dentistry, dedicated to tireless research for oral health, a window to a person's overall health. To prepare a healthy human body for a higher life expectancy of 100+ years, researchers at basic and clinical classes of Yonsei University have jointly committed themselves to research in oral and maxillofacial areas. As a result, Yonsei University College of Dentistry is participating in large-scale national projects like MRC and BK21+. Also, with more than 130 articles published in prestigious journals every year, it is consistently paving the way for innovation as the leader of world dentistry. Keeping up with its fame and pride, Yonsei University College of Dentistry has consistently maintained its spot as the best university for dentistry since 1996, when university evaluation first began in Korea. In 2015, Yonsei University College of Dentistry was placed by the UKQS World University Rankings as one of the top dental schools in the world, positioning itself as a global university beyond Korea. Together with the Dental College, Yonsei University Dental Hospital, the university-affiliated hospital approved in 1974, has enjoyed remarkable growth and success. It has grown into Korea's best dental hospital, featuring 250 chairs and state-of-the-art diagnostic and surgical devices. With 9 clinical departments, inpatient rooms, operation rooms, and specialized clinics tailored for each patient, such as International Healthcare Center, Yonsei University Dental Hospital offers patient-centered dental treatment. It also introduced a dental digital image transmission system for the first time in Korea. By forging networks with Gangnam Severance Dental Hospital and regional base hospitals like Dental Clinic at Wonju Severance Christian Hospital, it provides timely and top-quality care for patients. With these efforts, Yonsei University Dental Hospital received accreditation from the Korean Institute of Medical Accreditation and became the most popular hospital among foreign patients. In 2015, Yonsei University Dental Hospital won the best prize in the Medical Korea General Hospital category, surpassing numerous university-affiliated hospitals as well as other dental hospitals, proving once again its history for being the first and the best. Not settling for these accomplishments alone, Yonsei University Dental Hospital is doing its very best to provide the most advanced level of dental care that is far safer, more convenient, and more reliable in order to become the world's best dental hospital. Yonsei University College of Dentistry, started 100 years ago by a missionary, is actively engaging in various activities to serve its neighbors. Every year it provides free dental care for sick people and patients with congenital abnormalities in marginalized regions in Korea and overseas. It has also engaged in diverse outreach activities through the Serving and Giving Relay Project. Yonsei University College of Dentistry, the most popular education institution and most trusted hospital, making great leaps forward as the leader of dentistry in the 21st century. Harmonizing education, treatment, research, and active serving, Yonsei University College of Dentistry has become the education institution where students not only in Korea, but around the world are most eager to attend, and the medical institution where most patients trust. Yonsei University College of Dentistry will be the radiant lamp for your future, helping you to become an intellectual embracing the world as the light and with a noble act of serving.
As you saw with the movie clip, our school is the oldest dental school in Korea. In 1915, Dr. Shapley, the American missionary, established dental clinic and a dental school and started the dental education for the first time in Korea. And 1930, by the aid of ADA, the American Dental Association, large building. At that time, the Korean largest building of the dental center was established in front of the main train station of Seoul. Those were the beginning of our school, and also those were the beginning of dentistry in Korea. Now, we are preparing the American accreditation of the dental education, CODA. If it goes well later, maybe our graduate students can be considered as the graduate student from any dental schools in America. Now, we are waiting for the second on-site evaluation in this year. We expect that we got the CODA accreditation within 2 or 3 years. Let's move to our programs in Campus Asia Plus. We made 2 types of the students exchange program, short-term and long-term programs. The short-term programs are open to all undergraduate and graduate students. Anyone from Campus Asia Plus can participate in July and August. The duration is dependent on the request of the participant. Each program module is 1-week program, and they can choose 1 or more modules within 2 months. The course modules are 1 basic course, YOCD, and the other 18 courses from basic science and clinical science departments. The basic course, YOCD course, includes Korean language class, cultural experience class, and visit to the leading commercial companies of dental devices in Korea. I'm gonna introduce modules from the departments of basic and clinical sciences. If you are interested in any departments or fields, you can choose any module for 1 week. Our basic science part comprises of 4 departments. The first is the Department of Oral Pathology. If you are interested in cancer study and histology of oral diseases, this will be the proper choice. Department of Oral Biology is the largest department in our school. They has total 6 divisions: oral and maxillofacial anatomy, pharmacology, oral biochemistry, developmental biology, oral microbiology, and physiology. Especially if you are interested in the taste study, you can choose pharmacology. Department of Dental Biomaterials and Bioengineering has various experts in metal and polymers for medical and dental uses. If you are interested in caries detecting technology by fluorescence, you should pick up the Department of Preventive Dentistry and Public Oral Health. They have some patents of this technology and also applied it at real-world clinical settings. Clinical science part is 9 departments. First, in the Department of Periodontology, you can join the projects with several world-leading experts in the field of tissue engineering, tissue regeneration, around tooth and dental implants. You can also participate up-to-date orthodontic treatment in the clinic from the Department of Orthodontics. We have also Department of Prosthodontics and Conservative Dentistry. You can observe and participate in the current trend of restorative dentistry in 2 departments. In the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, you can see various surgeries including orthodontic and cancer surgery. If you are interested in orofacial pain control and TMJ treatment, this will be a good choice to choose Department of Orofacial Pain and Oral Medicine. Nowadays, we have advanced imaging techniques, CT and MRI. You can see their application in real-world dental fields, including MRI. We have a department of general dentistry, and you can experience whole routine dental procedures in this department. You can experience Korean standard of child management in dental clinic from the Department of Pediatric Dentistry. We have also long-term programs. This is for graduate students only, and they can be permitted participating over 3 months. However, pre-arranged mutual agreements from both professors or PIs, principal investigators, should be needed before application. We always welcome anyone from 7 universities of Campus Asia Plus and look forward to our mutual success with these programs and also with this project. Thank you for your attention, and also I want to extend my deepest appreciation to Tohoku University for preparing this project and also this symposium. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Lee. So now it's open to discussion. Have any questions or suggestions from audience?
Professor Lee, I'm Ponchai. I'm very interested in your oral and maxillofacial surgery program. Do you accept any foreign fellow to train for the oral and maxillofacial surgery?
Okay, thank you for your ask. We are always open to any other researchers and any other clinicians to internationally, but in the program of the Campus Asia, we don't have any gates for the international students, but I'd like to express something that we are always open to the international clinicians and fellows. Yeah.
So do you have any requirement that the foreign fellow have to do like a national board examination so they can practice the patient in your country?
No, we don't have a requirement, but if someone wants to enter the program from Department of Oral Maxillofacial Surgery, they should contact to the appropriate person in that department, and then later we can open this discussion. We can have an open discussion.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? You say that the Yonsei now they try to get the CODA accreditation. So it means your undergraduate education is operated by English or just in Korea language?
I mean, we are preparing the accreditation of from the ADA CODA, not now, but if then our graduate students can be considered as the other graduate students from the American schools, but the English class is not the requirement. But I think after then we will make we will make a class most of by English.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I heard that the Korean students, most of them want to go to the clinical field, not research. So when we established the double degree program with your school and also included the Seoul National Universities, the most of students want to doing some clinical work. So it's very few students want to apply this kind of the postgraduate or PhD program. So how do you think that how should we solve this problem to increase the nominate student for this kind of the PhD course?
Yes, you are right. We really face that problem. We have to encourage the students to be entered to the class of the PhD course. Yeah, now we are encouraging that. Yeah.
Okay, so let us try to solve this problem. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Oh, I got the one questions from National Cheng Kung University from Taiwan. The question is I'd like to know how to apply short-term exchange program or Yonsei University College of Dentistry course.
Yeah, thank you for that questions. In this symposium, I showed the abstract of the programs in Yonsei University, and now we are preparing details of that programs now. So within short time, we will deliver the email of the information, detailed information to 7 universities. So please wait some periods.
Okay, thank you. I think it's time to move the next presentation. Thank you again, Professor Lee.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next presentation is from Chulalongkorn University. Professor Pongchai Zhenxianong. He now is the professor in oral maxillofacial surgery and also dean in Faculty of Dentistry, Chulalongkorn University. His title is Innovative Dental Curriculum Structures Moving Toward Global Dental Workplace. So please start the presentation.
Good morning from Thailand. Dean Takahashi, Professor Hong, colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee to inviting me to give the speech at the International Symposium of Interface Oral Health Science 2022. And because of the pandemic that make us cannot be seen personally, hopefully we can have the on-site meeting very soon. Today I will talk about the innovative curriculum of the dentistry that moving toward the global dental workforce. Let me share the slide first. Okay, so this is the topic for today, innovative curriculum structures moving toward the global dental workforce. And today I will talk about 3 topics that related to my school and trending of the world dental education. First, our school just established the dual degree for the undergraduate, and I will talk to you later. And the second one, we have the inter-institution postgraduate double degree with the Tohoku, which I will tell you in detail. And lastly, the third topic is the trending change. Nobody want to have the long-term study in like a very informal program. I think the trend change. So now we create, in Thailand, we create the modular-based postgraduate program that I will discuss for the last topic. And this is our school. Our school located in the center of Bangkok. We are the first dental school in Thailand, and we established about 82 years ago. And we are, I think, Chulalongkorn Dental School are the most popular dental school. The student who enter our school have the highest score to enter our school all the time. So, and right now, our school have the rank 93 from the SciMarco, and for Shanghai we are about 150 somethings, and QS we are about 110. And hopefully in the near future our ranking should be better. So, because our university kind of like a push our dental school, because the mission of the university is the research university, and so they push our school to have more research, and we like to do that. We like to be to have the highest, in terms of better ranking. And let's see, for the first topic, for the undergraduate dual degree. Now we just start the DDS with the Master of Public Health 6-year program. And this is the first year that we create this program. The student already enrolled for 5 students. So this is kind of like the first program in Thailand that we created. And the next step, we're gonna move to the DDS and Master of Science. This is key for research base. And if the student want to have the clinical practice, I think we need 7 years, because clinical skill need time to practice to gain the better skill. And the reason that we did the DDS and Master of Public Health, because generally the newly graduate dental student is about 900 graduate per year. But now the position in the public sector is decreased. For this year, they have only 188 available position. So I think if we, in Chulalongkorn University, if we create this kind of program, so we can make our student in terms of better or more suitable for the government sector, so they can have like a high, the government sector can choose them better. They work for them better than other students from other university. And this is the study in October 2020. They talk about the hybrid physician for the medical school. Let's see what happened in the medical field. And these are the example of the most common dual degree program in the medical school. You see, there's a MD, MPH, which our school created, and they also have the MD, MBA, MD, JD, which is the law, about law and medicine, MD, PhD. I'm sure that for the MD, PhD, most other school already have also MD, MS, and MD of Master of Public Policy. So this is all for the medical school, but I think in the US, there are some dental schools that have this type of program. I believe there's a DDS and MBA in the US. Also DDS, MS, I believe they have it. So the undergraduate dual degree in dentistry is not new. So I think this is the trend for undergraduate degree. Let's see for the detail for our program. The student who enroll for the DDS MPH will start at the 4th year, because in Thailand there's a rule that if the student want to enter the master degree at the same time, they have to finish at least 120 credits before they can enter the master degree. And then, so they're gonna do the research project at the fourth year. By they have the co-advisor research project toward the Master of Public Health degree. And then on the sixth year, they're gonna defend examination. And then finally they graduate with the DDS, Doctor of Dental Surgery, and then also the Master of Public Health. And in the future, we going to create the DDS combined with the Master of Science in Oral Biology. And I think it's possible. Also the combined with the Master of Science in Dental Biomaterial. And the last one is, I think the more students might interesting on this program, because they kind of after they finish 6 years, some students cannot have enough clinical skill to open their own practice, to feel comfortable to practice by themselves. So we're going to create this program. And as I told you, the clinician for the clinical skill need time to practice. So I think we have to finish this program must be finished in 7 years. And the second topic, I'm going to talk about the inter-institution postgraduate double degree. Chulalongkorn University have the signed MOU with the Tohoku University for double PhD program. This means that the student who enroll in this program, they're going to have the 2 degrees, PhD from Chulalongkorn University, and then also the PhD from the Tohoku University. The aiming of this program is to provide a student experience and exposure to multicultural national training environment, and also to provide with an international curriculum taught by the world-class faculty and scientists from both universities, especially from Tohoku University. And we agree to have the MOU program. Why we agree to have the MOU program? If we look on the collaboration of our school for the top 10, you see that Tohoku is the top 3 international university. The second one is Mahidol in Thailand. The first one is University of Hong Kong, Leuven, and then the medical school. And so Tohoku is the top 3 international program. And if you look on the statistic on the number, you see that the paper, that collaboration between the Chulalongkorn University and Tohoku is have both excellent quality and also quantity. So that's why you see that the highest co-author publication between Chula and Tohoku impact factor is 8.469, which is very high. And so we agree to have the MOU to build up the double degree program. Okay. And the structure of the program is the student can enroll from either Tohoku University or Chulalongkorn University, but the criteria is they have to have at least 1 year research work at the host institution, such as the student enroll from Chulalongkorn University, they have to do some their coursework, and then 1 year have to do the research in the Tohoku. On the other hand, the same way, students from Tohoku have to come to Chulalongkorn University to do the research work. When they meet the criteria of both university, they can graduate with the double degree, double PhD. So it's very cool that they have 2 degrees, PhD from Chula and PhD from Tohoku University. And we also have other inter-institution postgraduate training. We have the PhD degree in orthodontics with the TMDU. We also under evaluation of potential to develop the joint degree, master degree in prosthodontics between Chula and University of Melbourne. And we also have short-term training in aesthetic with the UCLA, Los Angeles, and also short-term training for the geriatric with the TMDU. And come to the last topic. I'm going to talk about the modular-based postgraduate program. We starting to work on to build up the program of the AEGD, Advanced Education in General Dentistry. But because I think because of the COVID-19, the situation changed. Nobody want to spend their time, their life, like 2 years long, if they can choose. So we move from, we think that we're gonna create the modular base, that we move from non-degree to degree. The student can register to CE, continuing education, and collect their credits to credit bank. This means that this year they're gonna do some CE, and then next year they do another CE, and then the third year maybe they decide that they want to have the master degree, so they can finish the other remaining of the modular based program. So the the degree will be granted when the student fulfill the course of criteria, and the program is kind of like a customized. Student can choose their own area of interest. Let me give you the example of the learning experience. They can we can create the online lectures, online seminar, and communication feedbacks. We can do it online. And if we have some module, some lecture, they have to come to the university to do the flipped classroom experience. And for the clinical and laboratory training, that's for sure that they have to face-to-face on-site. And this is the example of the module, which you can see that for the AEGD, we think that we're gonna create the 7 module. First one is endodontics, second one operative dentistry, oral surgery, prosthodontics, periodontics, emergency and pain management, and then the last one is a business management. If they finish the whole 7 module, they can have the degree completion. And for each module structure, they have the lecture for 2 credits, seminar for 1 credit, laboratory for 1 credit, clinical training for 1 credit, and also case presentation for 1 credit. And so each module there are 6 credits. And so once they finish the 7 modules, they can apply for the degree completion. This is for what if, but they can, if they finish only 1 module, they can correct that we call credit bank, keep it in the credit bank. And I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Hopefully we can see all of you soon personally by on-site. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Sawadee krap.
Thank you, Professor Pongchai. And now open to discussion. Any questions or suggestions from floor? No questions? I'm so sorry because the double degree program process, I mean in the document process a little bit late. So sorry for that. But I hope we can send the student and also accept the student from Chulalongkorn from this year.
Yeah, thank you very much. We try to create looking for the student to do this program. I think this is a very good program though.
Yes, I think so. We also have hope that we can send our student, Japanese student, to the Chulalongkorn University. So,
yeah.
Any questions from audience? Okay, so due to the time limitation, I think it's time to move the next presentation. So thank you again, Professor Pongchai.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move the last presentation in this session. Next is from the Universitas Indonesia, the Dr. Melissa.
Thank you, Professor Hong. Can
yeah,
you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, no problem.
Okay.
So if you're ready, you can start your presentation.
Thank you. Good day, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee for inviting me and inviting Faculty of Dentistry Universitas Indonesia to participate in this symposium. Today, I would like to present to you, the title is Integrating IPE, Interprofessional Education, and ICP, Intercollaborative Practice in Dental Education in our university. My name is Dr. Melissa. I'm currently the head of International Affairs Unit, Faculty of Dentistry, Universitas Indonesia. And before we enter the module explanation, I would like to share with you in a glance our Faculty of Dentistry. Indonesia is a very large archipelago. We have more than 17,500 islands, and we have 32 Faculty of Dentistry, both private and public. Our university is the oldest university in Indonesia, and we have two campus locations. One is in central Jakarta, the oldest one, and then the large campus is in Depok or West Java. We have all academic programs from diploma, undergraduate, master, professional, and dental specialist, doctorate, and we have both regular and international class. In international class, everything is taught full in English. In general, in the whole university, we have more than 54,000 students, more than 13,000 postgraduate students, and more than 1,000 PhD graduates. We have in total 14 faculties, and we clustered the faculties based on the science. So for example, health sciences cluster consists of Faculty of Medicine, Dentistry, Faculty of Public Health, Nursing, and Pharmacy. And the other two are Pure Science and Technologies and Social Science Humanities. This is the picture of our campus. This is the one in Depok campus or West Java. And the concept is green campus. So you are encouraged to use bicycle and public bus whenever you go. And this is our university hospital. We have two university hospitals, one located in our West Java campus. This is the large hospital. So all health-related faculties will do their clinical cases here. And we also have dental hospital in our central campus. And this is our current international rankings. For the university rankings, we are currently #1 in Indonesia, number 54 in Asia, and number 290 in current year based on QS World University Ranking and THE World University Ranking. And in our faculty, we have 11 clinical and non-clinical departments, and we have in total more than 105 faculty staff members. And for our student body, combination of undergraduate, postgraduate, dental specialists, we have about 1,100 students. And for our undergraduate program, our class consists of between 90 to 110 students each year. And similar like other Southeast Asian campus, 80 to 90% are female, dominated by female, and we only have 10 to 20% male student. And our graduate is about 80 to 110 new dentists per year. And regarding dental curriculum in our university, for the undergraduate program, it is 6-year program, consists of 4-year academic program, academic classes, lectures, skills lab, and everything, and 2 years professional program. And in this part, they have to do clinical cases under the supervision of our clinical staff. And then if they want to continue their study, we have master and doctoral program, 2-year master program for oral biology, dental materials, community dentistry, and recently we have forensic dentistry, and it's quite a very interesting program. And we have 3 years doctoral program in dental science. But if they don't want to continue to master or doctoral program, they can continue to dental specialist program where they can concentrate in one clinical field. Sorry. So they can choose between 8 specialist program from conservative dentistry to dental radiology. And we have international undergraduate program collaborating with 3 institutions: Newcastle University, ACTA in Netherlands, and Melbourne Dental School in Australia. So if once students enter the international undergraduate program, the whole lectures are being taught full in English, and they will have 1 year in this institution. They can choose one and then continue to study there for a year. And after they finish the study in the partner university, they come back to finish the 2-year clinical residency in our faculty. So this, we call it the international undergraduate program. And these are the curriculum for the undergraduate study, similar like other university. For year 1, they have university mandatory subject and basic subjects. And in year 2 and year 3, they will start studying dentistry subject. One that we want to focus on this presentation, that in University of Indonesia, we taught interprofessional module in year 3 and year 2. And when they enter the clinical part of their study, we also have another module called ICP, Intercollaborative Practice Module. I will explain this a little bit more later on. So the mode of study in our university is focused on active learning. So we use mainly problem-based learning, and sometimes we have mini lectures, collaborative learning, skills lab, and reinforcement. And also on year 4, they have to do a simple scientific research project. They can choose which field they want to do. And started in 2013, our university implemented the IPE program, combining 5 health-related faculties, which is Faculty of Medicine, Dentistry, Nursing, Pharmacy, and Faculty of Public Health. So what we want to do in this module is we want our graduates have added competency, the ability to collaborate and work in a team in providing healthcare services. So we want they have a closer relationship with each other and better effective communication between professions since early on in their education. So what kind of module that we taught? We have 5 different modules, and the participants is mixed between 5 health-related faculties. So they have basic biomedical science, health research methodology, ethics and law in health, health communication, and disaster management. So within this 5 modules, they have to study together with 5 different faculties. So they learn not only how to work together, but we provide opportunity to learn and interact with each other so they can have the added competency intended. And we also happen that the effectiveness and efficiency of resources, because we can combine the facilitators together from 5 health-related faculties to work together. So our IPE module is divided into 2 parts. First is at the preclinical stage, and second is at clinical or professional stage. The specific competency is for them to be able to collaborate and do teamwork, team-based medical care in providing healthcare services. The module developed by interprofessional team of teachers from 5 different health science faculties. The teaching method is collaborative learning, team-based learning, group project, and case-based learning. The assessment we do, most of it is by self-reflection, writing report, and then we have individual student performance, project report, and finally written tests. And before we start the module, we always have staff training in order for them to have the same perception and the same method of teaching these modules. And in the clinical part, when they reach the clinical years, we have the interprofessional collaborative practice model. It's only 5 weeks, but combines students from 5 health-related faculties from semester 7, 9, and 11. And each class will consist of 20 students, and we divide it more into 2 smaller groups. So you can imagine we have in total from 5 health-related faculties, we have 800 students, and we have to divide them into a lot of small groups, and we have to give them the same learning experience. So this is quite challenging when we do it. So in the clinical part, we ask them to do a community-based approach to solve a health problem within the community, focusing on oral health promotion and prevention. So we ask them to develop an interprofessional team, and they have to collaborate with the clinical staff from the hospital and the health district office. And also we ask them to write some self-reflection before and after the program. So this 800 students divided into small groups, we put them in different settings. So they can work collaboratively in hospital settings, can be on ER, outpatient, inpatient, or home care. And we can locate them in community setting, in health centers or satellite clinic, or home care visits. So they have different experience, and then at the end of the module, they can share with each other what they learn in different settings. So what we want to achieve is actually in line with Vision 2030 that being published by FDI, that by 2030, oral and general person-centered healthcare are integrated, and oral health professionals have the competency to collaborate with different health workers to be able to give people-centered healthcare. And regarding the dental research in our university, we have 2 research clusters. One is integrative oral pathology, doing research related to risk factors and oral craniofacial disorder. And the other one is epidemiology and clinical studies. So based on 2 research clusters, each researchers develop their research plan and discuss together what is the future plan of the research group. And on the end of my presentation, I would like to share with you the international mobility program that our university have. So basically, our university focus on 3 things. First is international research collaboration. And then the other one is international staff, faculty staff exchange. And the other one is international student exchange. So focus on 3 fields. And what kind of activities that we do in our student exchange is we want them to exchange oral health information from each country, and they learn how each university conduct their undergraduate education. And usually we ask them to share case studies or what they do in their clinical settings and oral health programs in public health centers. And at the end, we ask them to do some cultural exchange session. We have a lot of exchange partners. One is Tohoku University and other university in Eastern Asia, Southeast Asia, and some of them are in Europe. So before the pandemic, we have in 1 year, we have so many visits from other universities, from Netherlands, from Japan, from Taiwan, from Thailand, from different countries in Asia. And we ask them to join our clinical session, our active learning session, and also our skills lab, and they do some cultural exchange sessions. So this is one of the skills lab sessions that they participate in our exchange activities. One of them is with Thailand, with Japan and Taiwan students. And during this pandemic, all of the student exchange change into virtual international exchange program. And one of our successful program is with Tohoku University under the Campus Asia funding. So our students learn a lot, and although they cannot meet each other, they cannot exchange culturally in person, but they really can participate well. And I asked them to write report, and the feedback is very, very good. So thank you so much for listening. And our finally, our university have regular international conferences. So it is open for dental students, undergraduate and postgraduate. And usually we have a lot of dental competition for students. So we really like to invite all of you to send your students each time we have this kind of conferences. So C for collaboration, we want our students to be able to collaborate nationally, internationally, and between profession, health professions, and also other professions. Thank you very much. And please ask if you have any questions.
Thank you, Dr. Melissa. So now it's open to discussion. Any questions or suggestion from floors? Okay, I got the one questions from Thailand. For undergraduate international program, that student will stay in other institute for 1 year. Are they able to do clinical practice in collaborated institutions?
Thank you, Dr. Thanapop. This is a very important question, I think. But unfortunately, because we send the students on semester 7, so that means fourth year students, they did not do any clinical cases yet in our university. So most of the activity they do there in our partner university is clinical observation, and they participate in research project. So they will be able to join the clinical simulation within the Skills Lab laboratory, and they can observe. They can only observe in clinical settings, and they do some research project with the department that they involved in. So unfortunately, no direct clinical experience with the patients.
Okay. I think it's time to close our session. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Melissa again. Okay, it's time. Finally, I'd like to say thank you very much for all of the speakers in our session 1, keynote session 1. And I will appreciate you can join our Campus Asia Plus project. So finally, let me say 谢谢, 감사합니다, open clap, and terima kasih, and arigatou gozaimashita. So I hope our program will successfully moving forward from this year. Thank you very much for your attention and collaboration. Thank you. And now we will move to the next poster session. Thank you.
So, thank you very much. So next is the e-poster session 1, and the e-poster session is holding in another URL, and URL is you can see on the chat box. So please enter from the URL, and afternoon session will start from 2 p.m. Japanese Standard Time in main webinar. So same webinar as now you entering. Thank you.